Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a spooky storytime video. I am having a bad everything day. I look literally disgusting and I had a lot of complications just trying to get to film this video, and I'm praying that my camera doesn't die. With that being said, I'm so excited to do this video because I've wanted to do a spooky storytime for you guys for so long. And finally, since it's Halloween time, I'm going to be doing one. I'm going to be telling you guys some of my paranormal experiences, and some of them are very little and then some of them are bigger. There's just 3 of them, and I have more definitely, but I'm gonna make several videos for them if you want me to. So if you liked this one and you want to see more, let me know in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, I'm literally so stupid because I didn't even mention in my video that this is a collab with one of my closest internet friends, My Life as Jameer, or JT, or Jameer, or whatever you want to call him. I will link his channel down below along with his video. He's going to be doing Halloween/fall drinks, and yeah, I think you should really go check out his videos because I love collabing with him and he's so chill and nice and I love him. So yeah, go watch that video and subscribe to him. Okay, now continue. Okay, so the first one I mentioned in a Q&A video, and if you haven't watched that, you can, but I'm basically just going to retell the story in more detail and stuff. Because this is one of the scariest things that has happened to me. So basically, in the past, my mom and my aunt lived in my step-grandma's house for quite some time. So my aunt's room was always very, I don't know, it was kind of like spooky and eerie, and I don't like it to this day. But my mom had a lot of experiences in her room and in the bathroom. So when my mom was there, she had her radio in her room, and it would occasionally just like go off at random times. And another time was my aunt was washing her hair in the sink, and suddenly someone the doorknob started jingling, and like weird stuff like that happened that really freaked them out. My mom also heard from like tons of her friends, like multiple people, the same thing, that they felt like someone was watching them sleep and brushing their teeth. Like in the middle of the night, someone was looking over them and brushing their teeth. Like it sounded like they were brushing their teeth. I just had a chocolate cupcake, so I'm praying I don't have anything in my teeth. So anyway, my point being is there have been a lot of crazy experiences in that house that my mom has had and my aunt have had, and it's just kind of weird. So past summer, me and my friend Sophia wanted to stay there for a week by ourselves in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because I live in South Carolina, and so we go there all the time. And so my mom dropped us off there, and it was really chill and really fun. So one night I was just like sitting on my bed, I think I was watching YouTube or something, and Sophia was peeing or something. She was using the bathroom, and she was like, they have Jack and Jill bathrooms. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically like they have a bedroom on this side, they have a bedroom right here, and then they have a sink and mirror and closet area right here, and then that's divided by a wall with a door, and then after the sink area, a wall with a door, and then in the middle is a shower and a toilet, and then another wall with a door, and then another sink, and then another wall with a door, and then to the other bedroom. So it's all like connected, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so she was peeing, and she just says out of the blue, like, "Stop that, Emily," and I was like, "What?" And I was like really confused, and she was like, "Stop like jingling the doorknob," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I like get up and I like walk over to her, and I'm like, "I'm right here, like I'm not jingling the doorknob," and she's like, "Yes you were just over there," and I'm like, she was like, "Stop messing with me." I'm like, "I'm literally not." Like, so like, why is the doorknob jingling? And so she was like really confused, and she was like, "Okay, you ran over here, like you're doing that to scare me." And I kept telling her like, "No, I didn't do that," because if I was on the other side jingling that doorknob, I would not be able to run over there, and if I did run, she would be able to hear me running. Like, yeah, I mean, I can't explain that. And then it happened again the next day in the morning, and that it kept happening like 3 times, but it was only when Sophia was in there. It never happened to me, and it never happened to both of us. So we locked the door and we never went to the other side because we were so scared of that. And it's so freaking me because that happened to my aunt. I haven't told my grandparents, but I've told my aunt and my mom. So if you are watching this right now, hey guys, your bathroom is haunted. Love you. The next story time is actually one that happened a while ago. I think I was like 9. I was really young, but I remember some of it, but I don't remember all of it. But I know that it scared me so much. As you guys know probably, because I already said, I go to Myrtle Beach and Charleston a lot in South Carolina because I have family there. So I visit there a lot. And if you don't know, Charleston is known for a lot of scary things. It's just very historic, so there's a lot of like dead people. I mean, that sounds really bad, but I mean it's true. There's a lot of like haunted attractions there that are like real. And one of the most famous ones is the city jail, and it's been on a lot of ghost shows on like the Travel Channel. Basically, it's one of the worst places. People have tripped downstairs, gotten scratches from being there, and so they do these like tours because they don't let anyone in unless you're like on a tour or you have a TV show like that or something. We decided to do a ghost tour because it was like Halloween time and we were getting so excited, so we wanted to do that, and I'm not afraid of anything. I love scary stuff, so I was like so excited for this. So we get in there and it's kind of like just getting dark, and it's not really scary at first. We walk through and I think it's really interesting to just like look at all the old stuff. And so we get to this one room and it starts getting like really dark, and there's like no windows in the room. And so it kind of makes it a little bit creepier. Also a reminder that it's kind of open because the windows are like, there's no glass in them, it's just like bars, so it's kind of like open. And there's no air conditioning because it's old, so it's just like the outside air, so it's very humid and hot sometimes, but then the breeze would come and it'd be like cold. I was with my mom and my sister and my aunt, and we all walked in, and my mom kept feeling, she was like, I feel weird in this room, like it's freaking me out. And I think just because it was so dark and like weird, but she kept getting like this weird feeling. And then the guy's like explaining about the room, and you can like go around and take pictures or whatever, and there was like this corner that my sister kept staring at. She was like, I don't feel good about that corner or something. And I was just like, okay, whatever, like you're trying to scare me. And so I was like not really scared at all. So me and my mom both pulled out like our phones, which I had an iPod, but she pulled out her phone and I had my iPod, and I was like about ready to take this picture, and I just wanted to like take pictures of the room. And so I was like taking pictures of corners and stuff, and I was taking a picture of something that was right next to the corner, and me and my mom both saw it because we were both taking pictures of the same thing. This like little like white orb thing like go across the corner, and it like went across our phones, and we were trying to take a picture of the orb, but then we looked in the picture and nothing showed up, and it kept going back and forth. We kept looking at it and it kept going back and forth, and we got my sister and my aunt, we're like, look at this, you see it's going back and forth in front of my phone, but when I take the picture it's not there. And it's just like, it was so, oh my god, it's so weird. I literally can't. Okay, and then another part of the city jail, we started walking down the stairs, and this was when I was really scared because there were 13 steps on the stairs, and I think that's kind of a superstition thing about it. That's why everything bad happens on the stairs of that jail. So I was like running down the stairs. I was like, my heart was beating so fast. But then we got down and we were about to leave, but we had 2 more places. And so we went through those, we did everything, and then we gathered right in this hallway, and basically we gathered in front of like a kitchen, and so there's no door as a reminder, so it's just like open so you can see everything. The kitchen was kind of like weird because everything is dark. So we were like all in this hallway and we're all talking, and I'm like in front of the kitchen, and my mom and my sister are right beside me, and then my aunt is right here with her back open to the rest of the hallway, which is freaky. All of a sudden, like, I'm listening to him talk, and my legs get really cold. I get goosebumps, and I'm like, it gets really cold, and I'm like, ooh, like must have been a breeze from like outside or something. And then so like he finishes talking, and then my mom was really freaked out about the cold. I asked her if she felt it, and then I asked my aunt if she felt it, and they both said, yeah, like on the back of my legs I feel the cold. And I'm like, oh, it's probably just a breeze. So my mom was gonna ask because she's very, you know, oh my god, my neck is getting red, I don't know why. And so she asked, you know, is it like open? Is there a window back there where it could be getting a breeze in or whatever? And he's like, no, there's no windows in that room. And I was like, what? And so I was like kind of confused, and there's no air conditioning, so it wasn't like a vent or anything. And I was like, okay, then why is it so cold on my legs? And he's like, oh, well, a lot of people feel that in that spot. It's just kind of normal. It means like a spirit is near or whatever. And I was like, bye? Okay, like you are telling me that I'm like a 9-year-old over here about to cry my eyes out because you're telling me that there's a spirit behind me on my legs. So then the last thing from the jail, my mom was taking a picture of me and my aunt behind, like just me and my aunt, and then the hallway was behind us, and we literally took it, and I swear to god I wish I had the picture. Literally behind her there was like this dark shadow that's like hovering over her, and it's probably just our imagination, but it scared us so much when we were looking back at it. And she was like, do you see that little outline of something? And I'm like, I don't know. Now, final thing, I'm gonna go really fast because my camera's about to die, but this is very recent. I swear to god my house is haunted by something. I have no idea why, but my house has always been kind of weird, and my sister and my mom have always kind of had like a connection with energy, and they can kind of notice things easier. I know that sounds crazy, but they kind of pick up on weird things that are happening more than I do. A lot of things have happened like in my bathroom. Right after my great grandma died, she used to love ladybugs because she used to garden and stuff, and so right after we had a bunch of ladybugs coming in the window from my bathroom, and my sister was the only one that saw the ladybugs. I never seen one until then, and then like she started like saying that she was seeing them all the time. They kept going in her room and I was like, what the heck? But that was a weird thing that happened a long time ago, and it's always just kind of like a weird feeling for my sister every time someone dies or before someone dies. So a lot of things have been happening. Like I was on FaceTime with Isabella. You can literally DM her on Twitter at ruinfool, like, and ask her because she knows how much it freaked me out. So I was walking out of my room and I was like, I have a 3rd floor and the door for the 3rd floor is in my hallway. So I passed the door for the 3rd floor and my sister was up there doing homework, and I was walked past it and I was like, oh my god, like, why is she running? Like, I thought someone was running upstairs. It literally was like someone was running really, really fast and then stopping and then running it back and forth. Like, it kept going like across like that. Kind of like in The Visit where the grandma's like running across, you know what I mean, like that kind of running. And it sounded like stomping and I was like, that is so weird, it's so loud. And I stood there and I kept hearing it and I was like, do you hear that? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up there, like, what is she doing? I thought maybe she was like running or something. And I was like, I opened the door and literally it stopped and I just hear her music playing and I'm like, hey Anna, like, what are you doing? Like, were you running around? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I literally go up there and she's sitting in her chair like doing her homework. I'm like, what? And now I'm just convincing myself that it's chipmunks. Like, I really don't want chipmunks in my house, but I'd rather be a chipmunk than a ghost, so pray for me. So that happened, and then 2 things happened. I have a bunch of pictures on my hallway, like my stairs, and I have a wall there, so I have a bunch of pictures on the wall. And one day, one of my pictures just went missing, and to this day, we literally haven't found it. Like, it's gone. I looked everywhere in my house, all my family members that have come over. We never, like, heard it fall. Like, we never heard it fall or go anywhere. It's literally just gone. Like, okay. And then another thing with the pictures was one of them the other day, not the other day, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, one of my pictures on the wall actually fell off, and it was very big and it was in like a glass clear picture frame that was stuck on the wall. And it fell and it just rolled down the stairs, and it's just the weirdest thing ever because it literally rolled down the stairs, and then I have a balcony right there and it slid through one of the like poles. It slid through the poles and onto my lower level, like 1st floor, but the glass never broke. It just stayed perfectly fine. And I was like, what? First of all, how did it roll? It slid through one of the cracks and fell all the way down, but for some reason, it didn't crack. Like, what? And then the last thing I wanted to mention that has happened to me in my house is, I have an alarm system, and so it tells you when your front door is locked or when the front door is open or whatever, and sometimes it'll just randomly go off and say front door unlocked, front door closed, front door locked, and it, like, we won't do anything to trigger that. Triggered, but like we won't do anything to like make that happen. It'll just go off at random times, and I don't think it really means anything, but I just wanted to throw that in there because maybe it's something paranormal. I don't know. So yeah, I'm done with this video because I'm gonna have a heart attack if I keep talking about scary stuff while I'm home by myself. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and happy Halloween. Bye.